Are you ready for a show? Talking real life. Sophisticated, melanated, we gotta feel right. Men and women, black culture, yeah, that's real life. Yeah, that's real life. Put it in the air. Let's go. Another show. Put it in the air. Let's go. Stop the show. George D and Tony says, Asia.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
I see you.
Welcome to episode 165. The Deuce got me choking a little bit. It's your boy George D. Tone says Asia be back. They being responsible. And I love it. Asia is celebrating Mother's Day. So we want to start this off by shouting every mother in the world, everybody who's listening to this, shout y'all out. Mothers that are present, mothers to be, and all those that are shooting a shot right now to get somebody to become their future mother. Shout out to y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, we want to welcome Crystal, a.k.a. Oh, no, we can't say AKA. we cannot do that. We cannot do that. We're just going to say Crystal. We shout out Crystal,
Better known
y'all.
as, also known as.
Also known as Chrissy Pearl on IG. Prissy Pearl 18.
Yes.
Y'all go follow her right now at Prissy Pearl 18. Thank you for coming through, showing
only if
us
they're
love.
Single men.
How do you feel about how Kevin Samuels is speaking to women versus how Dr. Umar references or speaks to women? Do you think that there's a balance? Do you think that they're both healthy in their respective way? Or what do you think?
I think they take the liberty of being a man and sharing their opinions about women a little too loosely at times.
Both.
Just because Dr. Johnson likes to rest his opinions on his degree,
Mm-hmm.
it is still an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That is that.
Okay.
And he likes to surround it and cushion it with a lot of Pan-Africanism and traditionalism, which the majority of us have not had the great opportunity to actually be a part of.
Okay.
I think there was like a clip, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but there was a clip that I saw for Dr. Umar that talked about why he's still single. And he was like, because I'm waiting on a sister, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm waiting on sisters to find me. So if you know that I'm the man you're looking for, then you know you need to holler at me. Excuse me? Like, where does that work? What tribe in Africa? I mean, now I know there are some tribes or, you know, where women are very strong and they kind of lead in things. Like we got women that were warriors.
Okay.
And like all that. But what tribe?
Yeah.
What tribe? Let me know. Like he picks and he chooses. The man is supposed to be the protector and provider, and he's supposed to do all these things. And like he's Pan, and then he's like American at the same time. Like
Pan is not necessarily that.
No, but I'm saying like I feel like for him sometimes his messages
It's kind of conflicting.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like okay, the man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and he's supposed to seek you out.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to chase you, but he's supposed to court you and pursue you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, ladies, hit me up if I'm the one. But which one is it? Umar?
I don't know. I
I'm
never
confused.
seen it, so I can't speak on it. But what I will say
He
is
was
not.
on the Breakfast Club. So this is a clip from like,
I'm gonna try to see if I can catch that. But yeah, that's a no
I
go.
haven't watched it yet. So then
He
you have,
definitely has to step it up. If that's what he has to go for it. But now again, he has been in trouble.
He has, because people want to know where their money at or where the school at.
The school's there apparently, because he's even hosting stuff at the location.
So then what?
They're doing renovations. He's saying that the money that he was able to raise helped him purchase the land in the school.
Mhm.
Now the school needs to be
Renovated.
updated, and things of that nature to be able to do the things he want to do. And that's what it is.
Well, I think at this point, his ask of those who want to donate needs to be, actually fulfilling the contractual needs for the companies to come in and do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're now losing the respect of those who have listened to you and supported you for all these years, and they feel like there's not a school that's open and working.
I think somebody needs to get with him, or he needs to find someone that can create a level of transparency. Like, if you were doing like crowdfunding through like one of those, whatever, like even if it's like a Patreon, you can go like, okay, this is what I'm raising money for. And then every donation that comes by way of that, then you'll see what that number and that total is. And then you can actually say, okay, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. Even if it's specific funds for whatever. Right now, he's doing what the church called the church fund. The building fund.
The building fund.
Every week is the building
fund. Yet.
Yeah, like we like building fund. Like, what is the building fund? Where's everything going in the building fund? And I think that's where people are going like, it's you would love for people to be able to just blindly do it. But I think at this point in the game, he needs to find somebody. Because even the way he's collecting donations, like Cash App, at $FDMG, like, nah. It has to be a way more structured, more professional kind of way that, and there are methods out there. Unfortunately, he may not want them to be able to capitalize it, but I'm sure if you're taking money through like Cash App, they're taking a percentage of that, right?
I would think so.
I think they're taking a percentage of that for like businesses. So I think that's the one thing. I think that's what he needs to do. I think that is what I would recommend that he does. Find a way. If I was that person, I would go to him and say it. Look, you need a professional, structured way where people can actually see what they are donating to. They can see when the number is moving up or not, and how it's moving and things of that nature, because that's where he's running into problems.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying at this point, just if I'm a millionaire and you need electrical, you need the whole school rewired, I'll just pay for the electrician.
Correct. What's that number?
What's the number? And I will personally pay them, and they will come and rewire the school.
He needs support. So, he needs a board. That's another thing.
He does.
Because that's what the board does. That's what the board typically does. So I don't know. I can't call it. It is what it is, or what have you. Now, as far as the conversation goes, now I will admit to this, like, because Tony definitely has said this or what have you, even in our group chats. The thing about Kevin Samuels is like, okay, you are, and I agree with Dr. Umar too, in a capacity of, all right, listen, we are black men talking to black women, right? I don't care how off the beaten path you may consider one to be. The reality of the situation is if we don't show respect and we don't deal with them, or we don't speak to them in a way that uplifts them and holds them in a high regard, we give everybody else the license to do the same.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah, I don't care if this went over. I don't care if Beyonce and Destiny's Child and them wrote No Scrubs. I don't care if whatever. They have a responsibility too, right? I don't care if they're looking for somebody to pay for this or pay for that. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, how we speak to one another is what's going to give others the license to speak to us. However, like when that, if we in our music are saying nappy head hoes and this, that, and the third, how could we be mad truthfully at the white radio broadcaster when he does it? Because that's what actually happened. He wound up losing his job. You know what I'm saying? Over it, because it did come off like, it's like maybe you can't say it, right? But at the end of the day, the example was already set.
Right. The precedence was set.
Exactly.
I get that. And so I think that's the problem that I have with Kevin Samuels.
Got you.
First of all, sir, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. And you use this opinion sometimes in a way that does more harm than it does good.
Correct. Because
you spend the time breaking women down, but you don't finish the conversation building them back up.
Correct.
And my dude, you're not the finest thing walking either. So when he's like, rate yourself and you can't use a 7, if some of the women, because I've seen it, they go, well, then I'm an 8. He's like, you're not an 8.
Hold up. Why can't you use a 7?
Because 7 is the safe number.
Oh, so you either above or below is basically what you're saying.
Right. And so then I've seen women be like, well, I'm an 8. And he's like, you're a 6. Or you're a 5.
Yeah, I don't bang with that.
And then the standard of beauty that he uses And she is so gorgeous. I love her to death. But like, I think one of his top women is Kelly Rowland.
Okay. I had a crush on her.
Right? Because she's beautiful,
Yeah.
right? But Kelly has also lived a life at a level where the products that she washes her face with aren't the same ones that are really available to the everyday woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's using a different type of lotion to moisturize her skin. She's going to an esthetician every 2 weeks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she was gorgeous before all of Destiny's Child happened and then the fame and the money came. But you are also using women who have access to things that help keep them at a higher level of beauty.
Listen.
So then what does that say to a woman like me who might not have access to all of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he looks at the bigger picture.
No, I agree with you. I think to speak to that point, you know, like first and foremost for me, to the point that you make, like beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it's an opinion.
Right? Everyone can see different things, right?
Right.
I think that where he can benefit from is I think this is the thing. What is your end goal? When you listen to Kevin Samuels, I think the issue is
Kev, y'all friends?
I was going to say, I have this habit of shortening everybody's name. So when you listen to Kevin Samuels, I think one of the issues that you find, you don't know what you're trying to figure out. What is your motivation? What is your end goal? Is it for the man to now triumph over the woman? Or is it to bring the woman up while also elevating the man? Like elevate the man to be worthy of a woman who has also elevated. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a better cause for me. Like, all right, dudes, like they saying us men, we ain't got our ish together. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. So look, I'm going to give you our position. I'm going to speak to you from a position to level up, to have higher expectations of yourself and others, to do better and be better. And to choose better, but at the same time, while I'm showing you how to choose better, I'm also elevating women to understand how your standards are set and how you move will help men elevate. Because everything we do is for y'all. However you want to slice the pie, I don't care what you say. Everything most men do is for women. You know what I'm saying? If dudes could get by with little to nothing, they ain't have to wear jewelry, they ain't have to have no drip, they ain't have to get no. Man, if you couldn't impress a woman, like I remember years ago when I used to ride motorcycles, and I used to be outside in Anacostia, and I would see dudes driving around with big cars. And I'm thinking to myself, my man,
all in Berry Farms.
Yeah, he gonna
have our own little basketball tournaments in the summer. Oh yeah, I was down the street trying to see.
I used to think, oh, these dudes gotta be winning. And I used to see mad women be like, nope. And I'm like, yo, my man driving the AMG, nope. They looking for the dude. He can have a regular little 600 CBR. And he get more love. I was like, yo, it's crazy, right? But at the end of the day, it was about like, look, level it up. If we all level this up and we all changing and we all looking to be the best selves as a race, I don't care. I'm not even going just man and women. I'm thinking about as a race, like black men, black women. If we all level up, we expecting more, desiring more, and coming together to acquire more and to have more, it works. But sometimes I think the messaging for me is just like, to Dr. Umar's point, you're bringing these women down. Like you're telling them they're not better than what they are. Like, you know, or you're not helping them grow. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have I'm gonna say a false perspective, but if you're a little grandiose in your opinion of yourself, right? I'm happy that you have that confidence of yourself. Now, my reality is not to break you down to reality, but my thing is to now say, well, now let's make sure that your reality actually matches up with the confidence.
Exactly.
Right? Let's do that. So if you have if you have a 625 credit score, right? and you behaving like you got a 750, 800, let's focus. I'm happy you think that way because you're going to manifest destiny out here. But now let's figure out how we can really get you to that. And that's how I'm thinking in my head. So I do agree with that. Like Kevin Samuels, like, look, I keep calling him Kev, right?
I was like, you must know Kev.
Listen,
Kev.
Again, your end goal is what it all comes down to me. I don't know what position you stand on. I think that's something that people really got. Like, what is your end goal? Is it all about dudes just leveling up to triumph over women? Or is it about both women and men having a real sense of where they really are and both working with each other to get to another place? So they're both trying to level up.
Well, I think the other thing for him is, so like his niche is high value men.
Okay.
So these are the men who are making 2, 3, 400,000 and above,
Mhm.
right? So if you as a woman desire and want a high value man, these are the things that you need to know about yourself. So if I'm looking at you, oh yeah, nah, you're not gonna make it because you're not quote unquote pretty enough. But who says that your pretty is the same as Jeff Bezos?
True.
And I'm trying to figure out who got more money than Jeff at the moment.
Not even that.
But what I'm saying is beauty is different for everybody.
True.
So you're spending all of this time, and let's be clear, everybody wants to have a good amount of income to afford them a type of lifestyle, right?
Correct.
And so for women, and I think this is the other thing, like you have to remember that society has beat us over the head with a man has to protect, he has to provide. And then once time started moving on, him providing came with a dollar amount.
Mhm.
So now you've told me I'm supposed to be with the ballers,
Mhm.
the men who have these great careers, the VPs, the CEOs, the CFOs. And so now that I'm trying to play that game, now you're here telling me that I don't qualify for that game.
True. But my biggest thing about that, who says that the money you make or the money you earn, I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4, or high value men love the best.
They don't.
And so that's my thing, because
they lack a lot of things, and time is always one of them.
So now that's my question. Like, I'm wondering, all these women who want the high value men, who want the man who's gonna give them the financial security and
They
access
want the Tessie,
and all that other
they want
stuff.
the 10 carat.
But where do you get your love? Where do you get your hugs and your kisses, your romance? Or have you sacrificed all of that?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you sacrifice those things.
Really?
I've been in a relationship
Down
like
to loyalty.
that where
Down to actual faithfulness and commitment.
yeah.
Just to have financial security.
That wasn't what
And
I was
access.
seeking, but that was the career that he had, that he made money. One thing about me that I kind of really fully realized about myself, like if he's not a go-getter, like if he's not busy, like hardworking, I don't want him.
Got you.
I don't want a man that has too much time on his hands.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you have to figure out the balance.
Okay.
And I think that is something really hard for quote unquote high value men. Like men who are making that kind of money, they aren't sitting at home twiddling their thumbs. They're not. They are super busy. They're hella busy. And that's just what it is. So if you are my partner, if you are my man, and you know time is something that's important because that's how you grow, that's how you connect, that's how you maintain, that's how you sustain, you have to find the time. And that is always an area that they lack in. And that's a fact. And I put that on my mama on Mother's Day.
Another responsibility in terms of communication. Recently, Bobby V was on Instagram, and he's put out this message. He said, "You bees be naked so much on this app, I be wondering how y'all look in clothes. Like, sis might be cute in a turtleneck." Right. Now, he got slandered. And the people came after him for calling women bees, right?
Right. That was wrong.
Absolutely wrong, right? But how do you feel about the actual message?
He didn't tell not one lie. Like, sis might really be cute in a turtleneck. Like, put some clothes on. Marty Marr said it the best. We want you classy, not showing all the ass, see?
Facts.
Like, leave something to the imagination. You can be hella sexy in a turtleneck.
You can.
You know what I'm saying? Especially you got a monochromatic look going on.
Yeah.
Like fall, and you got all your tans.
How do you define sexy?
Sexy is a vibe. It's not even it's not how much you have on or how much you don't have on, really. It really is just like your vibe.
Got you.
Like I was having a conversation with my friends. We're getting ready to go celebrate their birthday in Cabo in July. And we were kind of talking about each other's like style.
Okay.
And so one of my friends, she was like, I don't really like sexy isn't my thing. Like she's gonna serve you in like the blazer, like the casual
She's sexy yet
polo.
conservative type vibe.
Yeah, like that's her thing, and she does it very well all the time. She never misses. She's like, Crystal, like, but you do sexy well.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, well, what does that mean? And she was like I've always had the mindset, like, if I have cleavage, then it's not going to be a short dress. If it's a short dress, then I'm not going to have cleavage. Like, I'm always trying to find the balance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a vibe. It's like how you put things together. It's your aura. It's what you give off. She's like, you do sexy well. I was like, okay, when you explain it like that, I was like, okay, I like that, because if she made just that statement, I would have been like, I'm not out here thotting and bopping. So like,
I get it.
Like, what does that mean?
So I think there's a difference between sexy and sexual.
Exactly. So, a lot of these Instagram models are just sexual. It's not really sexy.
It's like, I'm giving you a lot of body. I'm giving you nothing but what makes you think sexually about me and what I'm presenting. I'm not giving you sexy, which is more of a feeling of intimacy.
It's definitely.
It takes you into an intimate space, right? It makes you look at me in a very tantalizing way, but not necessarily a very sexual kind of way.
Like for me, I know my best asset are my eyes. Because I speak with my face.
Okay.
More than anything. Right. The girl can smash. These Hazel eyes smash for people now all the time.
Yeah.
So for me, that's always the thing that men say.
Yeah.
And I could be in sweats with some Timbs and some bamboo earrings, and they're like, you are so sexy. Because it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's the look.
I always think sex is an aura.
Right. It's an aura. It's how you make the other person feel about you more. It's not what's on your person.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's like the best way to describe it.
Now, I agree. I mean, I used to always call it an attitude. I feel like it's how you walk, it's how you talk, it's it's your confidence in yourself, it's how you present yourself.
It's the tone of your voice when you have certain conversations. And
your femininity or your masculinity, right? Because men and women can be both sexy. So I feel like...
Yo, a dude called me handsome the other day.
What?
He was like, good morning, handsome. And I'm used to the good morning, beautiful text. So I was like, what, Negro?
Yeah.
Handsome. He was like, well, back in the day. Handsome was, I don't know, I guess technically it still is a unisex compliment.
Man, nah.
And I was like, what? And so I looked it up and I was like, technically, no, he is right.
Handsome
has been used to describe women back in the day. And then I was watching a movie called Open Range, which is like one of my favorite Westerns. And Kevin Costner is talking to the lady that he, loved then was so simple.
Yeah.
And he's like, I forgot her name, but he's like, you're the most handsomest woman I've ever seen. And so, like, I recorded it and sent it to him. And he was like, because I texted to him. I was like, oh, I'm handsome.
I got to figure this out. Hold on 1 second. Sir. I need to see what the real definition of this is. Define handsome. Because I've never, it said, of a man good looking. No. What is the real meaning of handsome? Having a pleasing and usually impressive or dignified appearance. Okay.
So it wasn't just a male thing per se. Like if you go and look at like the whole definition.
Look at this. Says, can you call a girl handsome? Answer, yes. You can use the adjective handsome for women, while handsome is more often used for men. Women can also be called handsome. When a woman is described as handsome, it suggests that she is very good looking and also healthy and strong.
Healthy and strong. And so for women, back in the day, you needed to be healthy and strong to do what? What was a major role for women?
Take care of the household, right? And bear children.
Exactly. So you wanted a woman who was healthy and strong.
Oh.
You didn't have no epidurals back then. You better push that baby out.
Bobby V. So switch it. You handsome women out here.
Don't be so handsome.
Don't be so handsome out here. That's what Bobby V need to switch it up. Let's switch up to handsome.
Marty Mar, you gotta be classy, not showing all the
and see. All right. And with that being said, we thank y'all for listening to episode 165. Thank you, Miss Crystal.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to bring her back. We got the full group in the building. See if we can get all that energy in. Today she came in. She said, I got you. I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to leave you lonely out here being the mother that she can be. So I appreciate you. Y'all can find her online at what?
Prissy Pearl 18.
At Prissy Pearl 18. Oh, wow. She keep mad at me because I keep calling her.
The single men.
Yeah, single men.
Especially the single men.
Single, somewhat, sort of, kind of like the high value men that Kevin talked about, but the more so the one that she talked about, that single man.
Yeah, that's
holla at her. Holla at her.
Holla at your girl.
Holla at her.
That's right.
And on that note, you can find me online at It's George D. You can find Tone Sets at BTB_SCS. You can find Asia at APhil1823. We actually go follow the podcast right now at Pintap_podcast. That's at PINTAP_podcast. Click the link there. And once you click the link, you'll be able to subscribe to any audio platform of your choice. Listen to all the audio, and catch all the videos on the website. We thank y'all for listening. We are out.